Once called Carolina's Stadium, it now goes by Bank of America Stadium. Or more simply, the Vault, as we're here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Carolina Panthers. Here's Tyler Bass to get this one started, and we're off and running from Charlotte. On the return, here comes Xavier Legette. The decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready, hut.
On play action, here's Young. Escapes the pocket. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
Steve, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass, it was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Set, ready. Yellow, 22. Edo blue. Set.
On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the 1st down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
Red, yellow. Ready.
To the air on 1st down. Young. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
A 2nd down throw for Young. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 6 yards brings up 3rd and 16.
Let's go. Ready.
Here he goes. 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. One drive in, and he's already in line for that ice bath. Took a couple of early hits. It looks like it's affecting his ability to deliver that football.
Yeah, and I'll let you know a little secret here, Kate. Those defenses, once they get to the quarterback, they usually don't stop.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10.
What's that?
Allen setting up play action. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. All right, partner testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is?
To win it. He's hanging on to this one on the 2nd down option. And keeping the zone read costs him. He takes a hit, loses some yards, too.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
He's going to gain a good chunk of yards here. Looks like about 6, but that still brings up 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Looking to return from the 29. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut, hut.
This drive will begin with Hubbard. He starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
Set, hut. 33, yellow.
Out of the gun, Young. Cuffs, this is Xavier Leggett. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. 6-yard gain on the play. And that's going to bring up a Carolina first down.
6-yard line.
Set.
Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuff on the run.
Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side. Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down.
Here we go. Here we go.
3rd and long for him here. Trying for the deep ball. To the outside. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills have it as he records the first interception of his young career. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And he stopped quickly here. 2 yards on the play. We've got 2nd and 8. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So that brings them to 3rd down.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Allen on 3rd down. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
If you keep them stats, that's now 0 for 2 on keeping drives going, and hopefully not an indicator of what's to come. You know, you don't convert on 3rd down. You're not only playing against your opponents, you start playing with your own psyche as well.
And that reaches the 35, but no further as it caroms out of bounds.
At their own 35-yard line.
Got it.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Go now. Red, 38. Set.
Hubbard gets it to start the drive. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. And it's not just in quarterbacks, Brock Heward, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Pass him on the quick hitter. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Black, 95. Ready?
On 3rd down, it's Young. Got his man. This is McMillan. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45.
On the set.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Set, ready.
1st and 10.
Counter play, Hubbard on the move, past the 40. Keeps on moving into the red zone. And they take it across the goal line for a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers take a 6-0 lead in the first quarter. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Panthers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Return starts at the 5. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Allen looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. Continuing to move past the 45. They're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 33-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks. They won't And snapping in time, that is going to be the end of the first quarter. The Panthers have taken the early lead. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They're looking at first down here. Now Allen off the play action. Going right back to Kincaid, complete. And he's touchdown about 5 yards shy of that first down marker.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Now throw in the direction of DJ Moore. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Running back sent in motion. To the air again. Allen. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. It's inside the 10. And what a big play that was on first down, but we also have a flag. This might be coming back. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So after they march out the 5 yards, here's 1st and 15. They'll run here following the penalty. He's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Danger, kid. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Another one for Cook. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
So often we talk about the individual having to move on to the next play. Well, that was a perfect picture of the collective. That defense staring down 2nd and 1 rose to the occasion collectively.
It's going to be short of that goal line, Brock, but not of the marker. They've got a 1st and goal.
Right here, Kate, this is where I'd love to see a team go no huddle. You just ripped off a great run, a momentum-changing run. Now get back to the line and don't let that defense breathe.
On the sneak, it's Allen. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Pressure coming. It's Allen. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills start to fight back with their first points of this game. Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Bills tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. They get with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Yellow, 22. Ready.
They're going to run it. This is Trevor Etienne. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, they went 3 yards the wrong way to start this drive out. Here's 2nd and 13.
Let's go. Ready, set.
Shotgun snap, now to Young. They're going to get to him, and what a shot. The football's out. It didn't look like a Bill got it. And Buffalo will take this one back for the touchdown. The Bills parlay the turnover into a lead. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Set, punt. 33, yellow. Set.
The first carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Come on, set. Ready, ready.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
I think anytime these offensive coordinators in the NFL call a run play, they're just hoping for something positive. To get a 1st down, that's a bonus.
This is complete downfield to Smith. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes the play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on 1st down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard. He's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
The 6-yard line.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Got it.
Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this.
Here we go. Set, huh?
4th down, Young. He drops it. Another pick slips through their hands, but this time, Brock, they're still getting the football off the turnover on downs. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. 1st down throw for Allen. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Handoff headed right. It's Cook. He's free up the right side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They're going to move the chains after a big play. 39 yards. Oh, just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Working from the gun. It's Allen. That's Kincaid with a catch out left. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
A gain of 15.
They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on 1st down. Allen. Down he goes. The Panthers got him. Working quickly here.
Loss of 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's more of the catch out left. And he's forced out of bounds after a nice play there, but still, Brock, not enough to avoid 3rd down.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Here he is on 3rd and short. Cut at the 10-yard line. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
That's another Bills 1st down.
From the red zone on 1st. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
You know exactly what I don't like there, Kate. It's only 1st and goal. You got a couple more plays in your pocket to get in the end zone. Instead, you put the ball in harm's way on your very first crack, and now, well, that defense has an opportunity to bail themselves out exactly what they just did.
This drive starts with barely any time left. 13 seconds in the half.
45. White. Cut.
Young on 1st and 10. Picked off by Jordan Hancock. And the Bills will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
This is one of those moments, Kate, as a quarterback, when you're jogging off the field, I'm not even going to look at my defense. They gave me the ball, and all I did was give it right back to that other offense.
They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. This one misses the tight end. So second down coming up. The Bills will turn to their kicker, Tyler Bass, for the field goal try. From the left hash, this would be 43 yards.
His kick is good.
So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Ty Johnson now to return. Things going well so far. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out.
Hey, you go into halftime with a double-digit lead, your number one objective, and they'll all say it in that locker room, it's 0-0 to begin the second half. So you want to come out firing the same way you did in that first half. Kick return, he took matters in his own hands.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Panthers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Ready.
Here's Young to throw. He brings it in. And he's taken down as they very quickly get into 1st and goal.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Here's Young. That's pulled in along the sideline by Sanders. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance, focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
Come on, set. 50, green. Set, huh?
ETN will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked up by Terrell Bernard.
You know, Kate, we've worked long enough together. You know exactly what I was saying to our producer and talk back. Circle that play. That could be the play we come back to when this game's all said and done and say it's a turning point play. You hate picks in the end zone, and you hate them in the second half.
Cook trying this one up the gut. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's 16 yards on that play. And the Bills have a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Oh, that vision he has when he gets into space like a chess master. Seeing multiple moves ahead of time. He knows who's going to attack and at what angles, and he maneuvers his way through before someone can finally get to him.
It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Allen throw on 3rd and 1. Got a man, that's Kincaid. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Bills first down.
Throwing here, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack throws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Allen looking to throw. This one's quickly to Shakir. Keeps it moving. And into the end zone it goes. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself with a gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there when you execute it right and you execute it on time. The big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
He's got a lane up past the 30. I don't think they're going to catch him. Touchdown! He takes the kick all the way back for 6. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it. And wow, Brock, this one is no good. He has been automatic so far this season, but for the first time here, he whiffs on that extra point. You know, probably still thinking about that missed extra point, partner, but he's got to move past it quick as he gets forward to send this one away. Johnson now on the return. Escapes a defender. He's stopped on the run back at the 27.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense showing trips outright as they get set for this 1st and 10. Play action now with Allen. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. And this is gonna end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on 1st down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. He dodged the tackle, and he's out of bounds beyond the 35-yard line. A strong 9-yard effort there, Brock, and it brings up 3rd and 1. Offense headed to the line, just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender is there, he knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
You know, Kit, with the game that they put together, it's surprising to see them really run into any hiccups when they appear. They move the ball very well throughout, just unsuccessful on that 3rd down.
And it ends up a good return for them, up past their own 40.
At their own 44-yard line.
So good field position for the Panthers. Starting this drive, 1st and 10.
Set, ready. Ready?
Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He misfired on that one. It's behind his man.
Intended for Johnson.
Not on the same page with his tight end. And it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Ready. Hut.
Out of the shotgun. It gives to Hubbard. And that 2nd down run is only going to manage a yard.
Okay, that's a run that's hold home on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Set.
On 3rd down, it's Young. Got his man. This is McMillan. Keeps himself upright. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And they get the two-point conversion. He's in the lead. Only a field goal now. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Johnson with a return here.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. Allen on the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. So 20 yards on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
It's a gain of 20. And the Bills first down.
So we're through three here. It's Bills ball. We'll see if they can hang on to this lead till the end. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down. One of the tight ends motions right. Johnson gets it on first and 10. That is exactly why you rally to the football. Got through one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that wrong the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. We felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them. And the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Downfield, and Shakir has it. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. To the line and set. Here we go, first down. Here's Allen. Throwing the out route complete. And they touch him down. Looks to be about 4 yards short of the sticks. After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Brings up second and 4 at the Panthers' 18-yard line.
Again, Allen to the air. Chased out to his right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game. Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. So third and 16, no problem for him as they get the first.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Bills first down.
Now an inside give to Johnson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter. I mean, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back.
And the Panthers are just too much here. They're going to take him down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. Big moment for Tyler Bass here. This one from 42 yards out.
42-yard attempt.
Cracking for it, and it's good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost him a lead, but a touchdown still ties it. Likely, probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
At their own 22-yard line.
Carolina offense to the line. Here's first and 10.
Ready. Yellow. Hut, hut.
Young throwing here. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
White, 33. Set.
A second down throw for Young. It's everything he has under this one. And they pick him up again! And the Bills have it after forcing his 4th INT of the day.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether. Even on the outer edges of this field, Kate, a cornerback making a stop behind the line, it's impressive. But in the middle third, that takes a special and fierce type of cornerback.
And not much space available there, maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Looking to throw. That's more of the catch out left. And they're able to touch him down, so that's going to bring up 4th down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. We need to get it closer to the sticks. I have a chance to move those chains.
We've reached the 2-minute warning from Charlotte. Bills up by 6. On now comes their punter. It'll be Mitch Wisnowski doing the honors. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Slide blue. Come on, set. 52 blue, black ultra. Ready?
Setting up to pass. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Bishop on the coverage.
Set, ready. Red, 38. Needle blue.
Here he is to throw. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
At the 39-yard
Set,
line.
hut. 45, white. Ready.
He'll look to throw it. Complete out to the right. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Hut, hut.
1st and 10. It's Hubbard. He gets him inside the 40. That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play. Now Carolina's going to take a timeout. That's its 2nd. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
And a yard at the 35-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to throw. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st. 1st and goal. They've got 4 chances to tie this one up.
Ready, ready. Black 40. Set, hut.
From the pistol, it's Young. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete.
You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Close to a stand here, partner. Need a stop on this 3rd and goal.
Set.
Looking to throw it. And he catches it to tie this game in the final minute. So it will It's touchdown or bust here on this drive, Brock. A field goal wouldn't have done it, but they get the score they needed, and now a critical extra point forthcoming.
And now what I love, the pressure shifts to the other sideline. They do have some time left on the clock, and remember, all they're going to need is a field goal to go out and steal this one in the end.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. He fields it from the 8. Good work so far. He's got room.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into it. Good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. The tight end in motion now. Hands off here to Davis. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. The Buffalo's going to call it second timeout. Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. And this one falls incomplete. Still 17 seconds left to play.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Running out of the gun with Davis. And this one stopped fairly close to that 1st down. Good challenge, but they face 4th down. Final seconds on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. So everything comes down to this from Tyler Bass. 1 final seconds on that clock. There's a timeout. We'll have to wait just a touch longer to close this one out. The entire game now resting on the right foot of this kicker. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 up, and his kick is blocked. They've got the block near midfield. So the Panthers pick up the win here. And this was the type of response you always hope to see after a loss, Brock. Get right back out there and find a way to win the following week. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners as we say so long from Charlotte.
Outside of Los Angeles. Last stop in town before I hit the road. And it was hot. I said, man, point that fan at me, and I'll be good to go. Wasn't playing songs for long when came in candidly, but the prettiest young thing I ever saw. And she was hot. Well, nothing short of masterpiece. I said, oh.